we have installed this PyCaret. So what is PyCaret? PyCaret is a library which hold some machine learning based data sets. So how many data sets are there in this PyCaret? Total 55 data sets are available in this PyCaret library. And what are the different type of these data sets? The type of these data sets are classification dataset, regression dataset, and clustering datasets. Okay, so these datasets are available in this PyCaret library, and we use different algorithm for classification, regression, as well as clustering. So all those algorithms are also available in this PyCaret library. So first command we are using right here to install the PyCaret. So if you want to install any package, you have to write down pip install then package name. And if you don't want to show the runtime output, you have to use this particular symbol and greater than. Then you have to use backslash dev backslash null. So while you using this particular line of code, you will not able to see the runtime output. Directly it will show the message that PyCaret is installed. After installing the PyCaret, we have to find out which version of this PyCaret is available inside our system. So for that, we are using this pycaret.utils. Util is a container which contain all the packages as well as this particular version. So we call this version function right here, and you can see what is the version of your PyCaret, that is 2.3.5. Okay. After that, we have seen some basic of classifications. So classification is generally define the categories of device or any type of thing in binary form. So what do you mean by binary form? Binary means either it will give output in 0 or it will give output in 1. So 0 means false result and 1 means true result. So for that, first what we are doing right here, we are loading the PyCaret for accessing the data sets. So for PyCaret, we use the dot product, and we from this dot operator we call the data sets. Okay, we call the data set, and from this data set we will use this method get underscore data, and from this get underscore data method we can call all the data sets which are present inside the PyCaret library. Okay, so we will execute this particular line of code, and after that what we are doing, we are using this method get underscore dataset, and we are defining the indexes of all the data sets right here. Okay, so all the data sets which are available inside this PyCaret library, they will be displayed right here. Okay, so cancer data set is there, diabetes data sets is there, heart disease data set is there. Okay, so all these data sets are available right here, and you can see how many data sets are there. 55 data sets are there. After accessing the data set, we have to choose any one of the data set. So which data set we want to use? Let's suppose that I am using this diabetes data set. So how I will access this data set? I will use this particular get underscore data function, and inside this function I will pass the data set name. So this data set name should be similar as it is shown right here. Okay, so I am using this function and I am accessing this data set, and I will put all the values inside this variable. So what this variable contain? This variable contain a data frame. And what is data frame? Data frame is a collection of rows and columns. Okay, so these are columns which are present inside this data set. Okay, diabetic data set, and these are some rows which are present inside this variable diabetes dataset. Okay, so we will use this line of code and you will see the output right here. After that, we will read all these parameters and we apply these parameters and we will find out how we will perform the accuracy on the different data sets. Okay, so what are these parameters? Firstly, we will use this train and test division parameter. Okay, so I have explained you in the previous sessions that when you want to perform some classification test, you have to use the data in two folder. One folder contain the train data, second folder contain the test data. So train data should be 70% and test data should be 30%. There is no specific rule for it, but generally we will use this segregation. Okay, then after dividing this particular data set, we have to sample this particular data. Okay, after applying normalization. So why we are applying normalization? We are applying this normalization to uh, normalize the values. So we have seen the value of a color pixel starting from 0 to 255. If we divide this complete value of 255 with 255, then what we will get? We will get 1 as a output. Okay, we will get 1 as a output. So that means our range of variables start from 0 to 1. So we will normalize this data from wide range to a narrow range. Okay, after that we apply some transformation method, then we use dimension reduction methods, and then we use the handling of outliers, and then we select some features. Okay, so what do you mean by handling of outliers right here? How outliers are those values which are showing somewhat different values. Okay, let's suppose that we have the values of 0 to 1 or 0 to 10, but at particular point the value shows 210. So that is a outlier. Okay, our values start from 0 to 10, but that particular point it shows 210 value, so that is not in our interest. Okay, so that we can call as a outlier. And after that we are using feature selection. So what are the features? So let's suppose that you want to recognize cat. Okay, so how you will recognize that cat? Some features are there. So cat having some specific type of shape, it has long tail, it has mustaches. Okay, four legs are there, some colors are there. Okay, so those are the features. Okay, when you want to segregate between man and woman, how you will segregate? There are some features. Okay, so you have to consider those features. Based on those features, you will classify that this particular person is a man or woman. So quickly give your response. Are you able to understand till this point? If you have any doubt related to these points which we have already discussed in the previous session, you can ask your question right now. Quickly give your response. Okay. Okay, clear. Okay, so after that, what we are doing right here, we are using this PyCaret library, and using this dot operator, we call the classification model. Okay, and we are importing this star. So star means we are importing all classification algorithm which are present inside this PyCaret library. Okay, so we have imported all the classification algorithm and we apply all these classification algorithm to the given data set. Okay, so firstly we have to define the data set. For that we are using the function setup. Okay, in this setup function we are defining the data variable, and inside this data variable we define the given data set. Okay, so what is the data set? Diabetes data set is available right here, which we have imported. Okay, this is the diabetes dataset which we have imported from get underscore data function from the diabetes dataset. So we will use this data right here and we define the target. So what is a target? Class variable is a target. So how you will find this target? When you scroll up and you will see this diabetes dataset is present at line number 7, then you will see the heading of the column. Okay, you will see the heading of the column. This is the target variable 1 and this is the target variable 2. So in diabetes data set, what is the target variable right here? Class variable. So this is the target name which we have to define inside this particular setup function. So you will see right here in this setup function, we have defined this target as a class variable and we put silent equal to true. That means it will show the output only, it will not show the runtime output. Okay, so you will execute this line of code and you will see how it will show the accuracy. Okay, while performing on all these data sets which are present right here with these parameters. Okay, so we will compare this particular model with the compare underscore model. So we have evaluated this model with the help of these parameters right here. After that we have to compare our model with the other models of classification. Okay, so all these models which are shown right here, the processing process it shows that logistic regression is giving this much accuracy. This ridge classifier is giving this much accuracy. Okay, so all these models are to be trained with this particular data set and it will show the accuracies of all these data sets right here. And you will compare that which particular model will give you the better accuracy, and in future you will apply that particular model to get the correct results of your data sets. Okay, from here you will see how you will compare the model. Okay, after comparison we will use the same process for the different data set. So right here we are using the cancer data set and we are using these 3 line of codes to perform this particular operation. Okay, so how you will perform this? Firstly, we use this PyCaret, and from this particular PyCaret we use dot operator, and from this dot operator we call data sets, and from that data set we import the method get underscore data. Okay, after that from this PyCaret using dot operator we call the classification model, and we import all the classification model which are present inside the PyCaret library. Okay, so we have imported this get underscore data method, and with the help of this get underscore data we pass the dataset name right here. So which dataset we are using right now? We are using cancer dataset. Okay, and all the variables of this cancer datasets will be present inside this particular variable. So this is a cancer dataset which contain a data frame. So what is data frame? Data frame is nothing but a collection of rows and columns. So all the dataset which is present inside this cancer dataset will be given to this variable. Okay, after that we are defining the setup function, and in the data we define the dataset name which is the cancer dataset, and we define a target which is a class. So how you will find this target as a class? You scroll this to the up position, and here you will find the row number 5. This is a cancer data set, and when you scroll up you will find the column name as target variable 1, and this target variable is a class. So that's why we have defined the target variable as a class. Okay, and silent is equal to true, and after that we compare all the models based on the classification right here. So we will execute this line of code and you will see all the classification parameters and algorithms are applied to this particular data set, and it evaluate its accuracy, precision, recall, F1 values, and it compare all these values with the other classification models and show you the output like this. So random forest classifier shows 96.46% accuracy, whereas k-mean clustering or k-neighbor classifier shows 96.03. So in this manner, you will compare all the model with the existing models, and you will show the output which algorithm is providing you the best result. Okay, so all these algorithms are from classification model. So from classification we have extracted this. Then we have used the different data set, that is a heart disease data set. For that we again compare this particular model. So same process we have followed. We use the PyCaret. From this particular PyCaret we imported this data set, and from this data set we have extracted this method get underscore data. And after that we, from this PyCaret, we imported this classification model, and we imported all the classification model right here. Okay, and from this get underscore data function we have defined the data set name as a heart disease. So all the variable will be passed to this variable, that is a heart disease data set. And we define the setup function. In the setup function we define first data, that is a heart disease data set. Then we define a target, that is a disease. So again, how you will find this target? You can scroll up and find right here where is the heart disease data set, line number 11. This is the heart disease data set, and when you scroll up you will find the target variable 1. Okay, so 11 number target variable 1 is showing the target as a disease. Okay, so you will put this target variable right here as a disease, and evaluate this particular model. Okay, and you will see the output while comparing with this model with the other models. Okay, third, we compared all the models with the other models. So till this point, if you have any doubt, you can ask your doubt right now. Quickly give your response in chat. Sir, why my accuracy values are different from yours? Aditya, it depends upon the parameters which you are providing. Okay, so the variables which initialize with the different weights in my machine and the variable which you assigned at your machine are different. Okay, so it will take those variables and learn from those variables. Okay, so learning process is different in different models. Okay, clear, Aditya? So any doubt, quickly give your response. Then we will see the classification advanced model. No. Okay. So classification advanced model is nothing but we are applying some normalization technique, some transformation techniques, some outlier removal techniques, and some feature selection techniques. After applying those parameters to this particular data set, our accuracy will increase a little bit. Okay, so you can see right here what we are doing. We are defining a setup function, and inside this setup function we define first data set, then we define the target variable, then we are defining the normalization equal to true, and we using the method of normalization, that is z score, and we define the silent equal to 0, and we compare this model. Okay, so you can see right here in logistic regression your output is 84. Okay, right here in logistic you will find your output is decreasing. Okay, so while you applying some normalization method, it is not a necessary point that your accuracy will increase. Your accuracy may also decrease in these cases. Okay, so you have to apply these parameters to get the better results. Okay, so you can observe these parameters right here, and you will find how this normalization will affect on your data sets. Okay, so ridge classifier 76%, and previously this ridge classifier is 84%. So right here our accuracy is decreasing. Okay, so maximum accuracy is 76, whereas in this case, without any uh, without any parameters passing, our accuracy is 84%. Okay, so uh, this is the major difference right here. After that, feature selection process is applied. So same process we are using. Firstly, we define a setup function. In this setup function, we define a data, then we define a target, then we assign this feature selection model should be true. And for this feature selection, we have to define some threshold value. Okay, at which threshold value you will decide that you will choose or you will drop that particular feature. So we defined a threshold value of 0. 0.9. If the feature value in between this particular range, then we will select that particular feature. If that feature is beyond that particular range, then we will drop that particular feature. So you will evaluate this model and you compare this model with the other models, and you will see your accuracy will affect on this operation. Okay, random forest is 77%. So in the previous case, a random forest is 74%. Okay, and this gradient boosting classifier is 76. And right here, gradient boosting classifier 76.01. Okay, so it is 76.72, somewhat more accurate. Okay, now after that you are using this outlier removal method. So just we will put this uh, remove outliers equal to true, and we use the threshold value for the outlier removal. So the threshold value is defined right here is 0.05. Above this particular value, okay, we have to decide either we have to select that particular feature or we have to drop that particular feature. Okay, so you will execute this line of code, and you will compare this particular model. If you applying outlier remover, your accuracy will increase or decrease. Okay, so you compare this particular model after performing this particular operation. Are you able to see the output in your screen right now? Logistic regression is 77.25, and 76.56 is there right here, and logistic regression 76, somewhat increasing by 1 point. Okay, so when you use these parameters, okay, your accuracy will increase somewhat. Okay, so right here we are applying transformation. So just we are using this transformation equal to true, and Python having all these functions, automatically those functions will be applied to this particular data set. And we are defining here the method which is Yo Johnson. Okay, so this method you can define, you can see what are the different methods for transformation. You use those transformation methods and apply those transformation methods right here, and you will see the difference between the previous output and the latest output. Okay, so you will execute this line of code and see the difference between the previous one and the existing one. Okay, so right here, transformation method is applied, and it will take some time to execute. You will see right here logistic regression is 75%, and here logistic regression is 77%. So Akash is asking questions, sir, ye काम नहीं कर रहा है. So you have to install PyCaret first, okay, then it will work. Either you have not installed PyCaret or you are missing some points, okay. So model performance using the transformation is done using this line of code, and you will see the transformation we have set to the true, and we are using this method for the diabetes data set, okay, and it will perform the comparison with this transformation. Okay, so right here you will see the output. Then you apply the PCA. PCA is nothing but a principal component analysis. Okay, so principal component analysis means you have to define a specific components for the analysis of data. So firstly, data set is defined, target is defined, then PCA is set to true, and we are using the method for the PCA which is linear, okay, and silent is put as a true, and we compare this model, and you will see the accuracy for this principal component analysis, okay. After applying all these parameters right here, we have to combine these parameters with the other parameters, okay. So right here you can see outlier removal and normalization we have combined together, and you can see the accuracy of this model will be increased as the previous output, okay. After passing these parameters, we have seen that outlier removal plus normalization plus transformation. All three parameters we can apply in a same line of code. Okay. So initially we have seen one by one all the parameters, but right now you can see after target variable we set this remove outlier to true, then we define the threshold value for this outlier removal, then we set the normalization to true, and we set the normalization method, okay, and after that you can see we have compared this model with the